In this life, one should have goals. We hear that all the time. And today on the Ski Rex Media Podcast, you get me solo, and I'm going to talk about goals. That's right, it's all about goals here on the old Ski Rex Media Podcast.
Snowboard side by side.
How you doing, everybody? Tim from Ski Rex Media here with a solo Ski Rex Media podcast. Yes, I am still sorting out a few scheduling issues for Ski Rex Media podcast guests. That happens. It's not a big deal, though, because I am back with a solo episode. And like I've said before, I got to get a few of these solo episodes recorded on my machine, ready to go. That way, if I need them, I have them. And I do need one this week. And this week's especially busy anyway. Now, if you are hearing this on Wednesday, the 20th, I believe, yes, Wednesday the 20th, you know that the Snowbound Expo has just gone by. That was this past weekend. I hope you enjoyed the Ski Rex Media content that came out on social media and other places. I hope you really enjoyed that. I hope I did something good. I hope my interviews went well. I hope that I was entertaining, got some new information and some old information, saw some friends. You know how it goes at the Snowbound Expo. So head back to my social media, check all that stuff out, see what you can see how well I did, see what else has come out of that. There will be, even before I've gone. Now, this is the Wednesday before. It's Wednesday the 13th. It's the Wednesday before the Snowbound Expo. I go down this weekend to Boston to participate, and I think I'm already going to be able to get a few of the speakers as full podcast episodes, I think. And you never know who else might agree to do it. Plus, I have others who are going. Plus, I have to get a few, to do some networking, if you will, at the Snowbound Expo and the NASJA event, the North American Ski Journalists Association event, also on Friday, which is, of course, the day that the Snowbound Expo starts this year on the 15th. 11/15/2024, Friday the 15th, is when the Snowbound Expo starts this week, or started this past week. I know, when I try to speak in the future tense, knowing that things are going to happen by the time this comes out, I screw it up. So here's how it goes. I am recording on 11/13/2024, November 13th, 2024, and that is just before Snowbound Expo weekend. I'm going this weekend. This will come out for general audiences on the 20th, November 20th, Wednesday, even November 20th. So the Snowbound Expo went by. Go back to my social media, check that stuff out, see what I put out. Go to my Patreon and check that out too, because I'm using that as kind of a newsletter kind of space as well. You can check that out there. Signing up for that is free, right? Right. Now, on to the topic. You see, what kind of topics can I talk about as a solo podcast host? What can I talk about when I don't have a co-host? What can I talk about when I don't have a guest to talk to and interviews to do? Well, I have a few ideas here. And today we're talking about goals, and it's a good time for that. After all, the Snowbound Expo is coming up. Like I said, I'm going to do that this weekend. Killington opens tomorrow, November 14th, for pass holders. They're starting their first season back in Independence. They were independent at some point, I'm sure. They all were. But Killington opens on the 14th for pass holders. Snowbound Expo. Places are firing up their snow guns. Everybody's looking to get the pass deal, the final really low pass deals. Passes are going up no matter where you get yours and where you want to ride. So it's a good time to set those goals. And like I said, it's always good to have goals. It's always good to have goals in place. Know what you want to do. Know where you want to go. What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? Well, for me, I set a few goals. Sometimes they're a bit lofty. Sometimes they aren't. This year, I think I'm going to keep it down here, down in the old, down on earth a little bit here. I want to make sure it's things I can do, or at least I think I can do, because number one goal this season is to ski all 6 New England states in one season. That is right. Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut. I want to get all 6. Completely doable, easily doable for me. I have the Indy Pass again this year. That's going to be awesome. That combined with the Freedom Pass that I get from my Whaleback Pass for being a lifty, I have options in all 6 of those states because of all that. And some of those are friggin' fantastic because I can combine them. Think about that. If you go to look at the Freedom Pass and you look at some of their offerings, some of those mesh. Some of those are the same as the Indy Pass offering. So if you just have the Indy Pass, you get 2 days at each place. If you just have a pass that's on the Freedom Pass program, you get 3 days at those participating mountains. Put them together, you get 5 days at some of those mountains. It's fantastic, and I can do that. And that does include Yawgoo Valley, which is on the Freedom Pass. 3 days there, I bop on off down to Rhode Island, and I can tear it up. So that's goal number one. Goal number one for me is to ski all 6 New England states. And the beauty part is, because I am in the upper valley of Vermont and New Hampshire, I'm in a great place to knock off those and Massachusetts and Maine very easily. I can get down to Berkshire East with no problem. I've been there. I do enjoy the mountain. I love it. It's a great place. I can meet up with Brian from Instagram, a friend and fan of Ski Rex Media, whom I've skied with before up here at Whaleback and hung out with. It's very fun. Great guy. His daughter Brooke has been on the program during the old Teens and Tweens episodes. In fact, she is the only one. No, that's not true. Charlotte she has only done 2 as well. Of the 3 seasons that I did the Teens and Tweens, there has never been one tween or tween who's made all 3 episodes. And that's something. But that's okay. That's all right. We're going to be working on that too during the year. And that's another goal. But we're talking about the ski goals this time. So, number 1, ski all 6 New England states. Number 2, look at the thumbnail for this episode. I want you to look at it because I put a poster that I have on my wall over on the old thumbnail. Why would I do that? Because it has mountains on it. Killington, Stowe, Waterville Valley, Stratton, Loon, Cranmore, Sugarloaf, Sunday River, and Berkshire East. It's called Ski New England. It's a poster I'm sure you've seen. I've put it up before, and I've made this goal before. I talked about this goal before, is to now, because I have that, go ahead and ski that whole poster. I don't have many left. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4 that I haven't been to on that list. So I could get all those. That should be pretty easy, especially like Loon. Loon isn't far, neither is Cranmore. I was at Cranmore a couple weeks ago. Not skiing, just driving by because I was up there having a little getaway up there and looking at the leaves and hiking around and being a tourist. It's embarrassing to say, but I was getting my tourist on. And, I went to Cranmore. I can ski it. Not hard to get to at all. That's goal number 2. Complete the poster. Goal number 1. Complete 6 States of New England challenge. It's very awesome. I could totally do it. Beyond that, my main goal is the same as always. Well, no, there's one more we got to talk about, the Canadian invasion. That's right, my friends. This year, Ski Rex Media takes himself up there to Canada, up to Quebec, and maybe further. Got to do Quebec because it's right there. I live in Vermont. Quebec is right there. Get into Canada, hit up some of their places. Should be pretty cool. Also, Indy Pass has that covered. There's at least one in Quebec that I could get to from here. 3 hours, 3.5 hours. Not a problem. There's also that one mountain up in Nova Scotia that's like right on the ocean. That could be cool. That could be a good one to check out. That's something I wouldn't mind. I did check out how long that would take. That's 14 hours. So that might be a goal for another season. But Canadian invasion is happening. It is a goal, and I do want it to happen because it is actually pretty easy for me. I can be at the border in just over 2 hours. Like, it's not any longer for me to get to the Canadian border than it is for me to get to Jay Peak, and I'll be going back there as well, I'm sure, this season. Definitely going to abuse that Indy Pass more than I have in the past, and I'm also going to get into other things that would be decent goals. Now, before I talk about those other things, those other goals, let's talk about something else. One goal I always have is to go to Whaleback Mountain. Whaleback Mountain is one of the folks that, or one of the partners that brings or helps to bring the Ski Rex Media podcast to you. Whaleback Mountain and I have been partnered for a couple seasons now, and I love Whaleback still to this day. And not only are we Ski Rex Media and Whaleback partners, but I do work there as a lifty during the year. Head to Whaleback Mountain. Whaleback Mountain is awesome. You will love it. It is small, but it has everything you could want in a mountain in that small package. They have easy stuff, hard stuff, groomed stuff, natural stuff, a terrain park, learning area, rentals, food, you name it, they've got it all in one package that's so family friendly, so old school, so community driven. It can't help but be cool. It is awesome, and it is super accessible right off the interstate, right off of I-89, exit 16. It's the biggest game on that exit. Yeah, there's a couple neighborhoods, a couple truck stops, a few other little businesses, but Whaleback is where it's at when you get off exit 16, and I highly suggest you do if you've driven past it, especially if you had an Indy Pass like I was talking about. Whaleback is an Indy Pass partner. There's 2 days waiting for you there. You can also use your uphill New England pass, or you can just get a Whaleback pass if you want one. They aren't that expensive. Whaleback is relatively cheap. And when I say relatively, I mean it is a great price no matter how you look at it. One of the best prices in the area, in the state, in the region. It is great. Wonderful people, wonderful mountain. I love the place, and it's not just because they are a partner of mine. I loved it anyway, and I still do, and I always will. Go ahead and check out Whaleback Mountain, man. Whaleback Mountain, ski it to believe it. The other partner that helps put the Ski Rex Media podcast out there into the ether is Embrace Compression. IMBRACE Compression. What do they do? Well, do you want a base layer that can help you through your ski day, that can help your legs feel better, that can help you with that leg fatigue, that can help you maybe with that knee pain, make those knees feel a little stronger? Embrace Compression has you covered. They make a snow sport legging that has all built-in compression. You need knee support, it has knee support, hip support, back support, plus it also has some woman-centric support, designed in part by Shemi Alcott, woman, female, who skied in the Olympics for Great Britain for 4 years, 4 times. I shouldn't say 4 years, 4 appearances at the Olympics. She knows what she's talking about. She knows how to make it feel better. And because she's a woman, she added in those little things that the women will appreciate. And if you want more information about that, you can go to embrace.com, IMBRACE.com, link also in the show description. You could go there, check it out. It'll be awesome if you pick up a set. Now, I would love to say I have a code for you. I do not have that yet. They're still working out a few things over there. They are from the UK, so they still have a few things to work out with their partners, myself included. Now, you could wait, and I could get you maybe free shipping, maybe a percentage off. But in any case, I will get you something as soon as I can, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be over there taking a look. Not to mention that they're Dynamic Plus leggings for the other sports seasons, your running, your biking, your inline skating, and what have you. Check out Embrace. They're awesome. I love them, and I'll be wearing my Embrace Snow Sports leggings all season long. I will also be at Whaleback all season long, and I thank Embrace and Whaleback for being a part of Ski Rex Media. Those other goals I was talking about, what goal I always have is to ski more different mountains. And I never realized how into that I was until a few years back when Tom Thrash, shout out to Tom, was on the program to talk about travel skiing and how many ski areas he's visited, throughout the country. And as an extension of that, all the national parks that he's been to, all the ballparks and his baseball parks that he's been to, baseball stadiums. I never realized until I talked to him how awesome it is to be able to check out all these places, to find all these places. It is really kind of awesome, and I've gotten into it myself. And again, that's the beauty of the Indie Pass. And shout out to the Indie Pass. Shout out to everybody over there who's worked with Ski Rex Media, Doug Fish especially, who will not be on the program this season. Doug has other things he needs to get done and isn't as big a part of the Indie Pass as he once was, at least not to do long form interview type programs. He might be back to talk about Snowvana again. He might be back on to talk about some other stuff. We love Doug, and you all love Doug too. I know Doug is great. Also, shout out to Alex LaHood, who works for the Indie Pass now. He was the Whaleback director of business operations and a friend of mine in Ski Rex Media. And now he's at Indie Pass and a fan of Ski Rex Media and friend of mine. So shout out to everybody at Indie Pass that I know, and I love Indie Pass, of course. And with that, I will be able to, with the Indie Pass that is, I will be able to check out more mountains than I ever have before. And even with, for example, the Indie Allied program, where you do get the discount at participating mountains that partner with the Indie Pass in the Allied way, and some of those have moved up. Now, a place I really like up in New Hampshire, up in Madison, New Hampshire, King Pine, they are Indie Allied. So you do get money off your ticket, which is great. It's a small little mountain, but a lot of fun. Really like it. I love its location, kind of in the middle of nowhere, but still only 15 minutes from Conway, a main town with everything you need and want, especially if you're a tourist or if you're a local, it doesn't matter. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's a great little place. I will be going there probably again. But I was talking about new places, wasn't I? The Middlebury Snow Bowl. Middlebury Snow Bowl was an Indie Allied partner, is now a full Indie partner. I have 2 days over there. I'm shooting up at some point this season to Middlebury, Vermont to get those days in, and people say that place is sick. And we will find out, or I shouldn't say we. If you're one of the people that already thinks it's awesome, that's great, and I believe you, and it's because of you who have suggested it that I'm going to go check it out, man. 100%, and I love that. You know, you can always let Ski Rex Media know what you think about mountains or what you think about just about anything by contacting Ski Rex Media. Details in the show description, plus we'll get to that at the end as well, and how you could talk to Ski Rex Media. But the Middlebury Snow Bowl, 100% on the list. Bosquet Mountain down in Massachusetts was an Indie Allied partner, now is a full partner. 2 days there. Have I ever been there? Yes, I have, but not to ski. I have been there twice for a geocaching event. What was it called? I cannot remember what the title of that was. Oh, though the Berkshire, I can't remember, but if you're a geocacher from New England or like to go to the big mega events, because that was a big mega event, you know which one I'm talking about out there in the Berkshires. Beautiful area of Massachusetts, not that far away from where I am now. I will probably shoot down and get that place as well. Not to mention the fact that I would like to get some more of New York in. I have only skied at Hunter Mountain in New York, down in the Catskills, and again, Indie Pass has got that covered. One of the ones I'm definitely going to go to, I'm definitely going to try at least, is to get up to Titus up there in Malone, New York, just north and west of Lake Placid and Saranac Lake. I might actually be in Lake Placid, so shout out to my friend Dan Egan, who said, hey, you're going to be going to the U.S. Ski and Snowboard Hall of Fame induction this year? Because I did go the year it was in Bretton Woods. And he said, it should be easy for you. It's in Lake Placid. And I was like, well, hell's bells. That's only 3.5 hours away by car. And that will also ensure that I ski Whiteface and this little, it might be a rope tow hill. I don't know, or it might be like a T-bar hill in Saranac Lake called Mount Pisgah. I saw it on the map when I was looking for something else. So I might be doing a little regional thing there through the Adirondacks, Whiteface, Mount Pisgah, and Titus Mountain, man. And Titus, I've been told, is great too. The Indie Pass, man, going to get me to all kinds of new places. Definitely New York. I would like to pick something else, get a whole new state in. Now, I'm already going to get a whole nother country in, but could I get a new state? And that's difficult. Well, no, not really. I will be getting Maine. I've never skied in Maine or Rhode Island or Connecticut. So, all right. That was a little misleading. I apologize for that. That is not what I meant at all. I meant something outside of New England, something that's not easy to get to. I thought about taking the Indie Pass to see if I can get out west, just somewhere out west, maybe heading to Michigan. Michigan, the state with the second most ski areas in the country, New York being the first. I thought that might be fun. but that'll be time. Do I have the time to get out there this season? And I don't know, because I do have to, be working 2 nights a week, running lifts at Whaleback, and you can come visit me during those nights. We'll let you know exactly what those are when I know. There's, that Hall of Fame gig. Got that coming. Women's World Cup over at Killington. That's coming up on Thanksgiving weekend in January. There's the World Cup at Waterville Valley. The Bump World Cup, Freestyle World Cup should be great again. A lot of fun over there. Going to be checking that out. Plus the podcast, plus everything else. So will I be able to accomplish everything? Well, those first goals before the ad break, those are getting done because those are already factored in. Those have already been scheduled around. Maybe not exact dates, but they have been scheduled. This is going to happen. Other things will have to take a back seat to those, and that's skiing all of New England and skiing off that poster, and that's it. Now, everything else is going to be a bonus, but they are still there. So I guess they are goals. What are your goals? What are your goals for this year? Are you skiing more? Do you want to ski less? Do you want to ski different? Do you want to try snowboarding or telemark or ski boards? Shout out to Summit Ski Boards and Cameron Cox, who works with Summit Ski Boards, marketing director at Summit Ski Boards, Cameron Cox. Cam, he was the first episode this season, and it's the year of the ski board, so I'll be taking my ski boards out quite a bit. I have Summit Ski Boards now. They're sitting right over there. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to fire them up, and we're going to get back out there on ski boards pretty often. In fact, because of the beauty of traveling with ski boards, they just have to go in the trunk, and the trunk doesn't have to have the seats down or anything else. They might be the ones going to Canada and then going the distance out there to the Adirondacks. But who knows? I don't know. We'll see. I also have a brand new pair of Nordicas. Shout out to my friends at the Technica Group in the warehouse who got me hooked up with a brand new pair of Nordicas. So we'll see what I'm skiing, when, and where. What are your goals, though, man? I mean, you can have any kind of goal you want, and don't be afraid to set a goal no matter your age, no matter where you are, no matter what you do. If you want to try snowboarding and you're a skier, if you want to try skiing and you're a snowboarder, if you're both and want to try, your goal is to try ski boarding or telemark, or you have found an old teleboard somewhere, or you want to use a snow deck, or you ride groomers but you want to learn trees. If that's your goal, to do trees or to do more tree days or to do more days. Or if you've gotten to the point where you just want to ride groomers and like, that's my goal, is just to go up the lift, ride a groomer for a few hours every day and do it because you can, that's fine too. And that's the beauty of snow sports, man. It's come as you are. It's do it how you want. Never let anybody call you a poser, a faker, a fake out, not real, whatever derogatory term they use. Never let them say that. You do it how you want to do it. You get as good as you want to. Now, I will say, try to get good enough where you won't hurt yourself or anybody else. But beyond that, you don't have to be doing jumps in the terrain park, but you can if you want. You don't have to be skiing big mountain. You don't have to be going to bigger resorts. You can stay at your small local rope tow, Poma, T-bar hill. Your whole career if you want to, man, your whole ski career if you want to, that is up to you. And if that is your goal, just to go ski at your local backyard hill, that's fine too, dude. Go ahead and do it. Let me know what your goals are, man. I can revisit this. We can talk about that. Let me know. You can get a hold of Ski Rex Media on social media. X, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. They all have DM functions, direct message functions, and you can get a hold of me on all of them. You can also email me. The email address is contact@skirexmedia.com. That's in the description, or if it's not, you could go to skirexmedia.com to get it. You get a link there, but it is contact. The word contact at skirexmedia.com. Very easy to get a hold of me that way. You can also go to speakpipe.com/skirexmedia. That link is also on the Ski Rex Media website to leave a voicemail. You want to leave a voicemail and hear your voice on the old Ski Rex Media podcast, you could do that. You could tell me your goals. You could tell me you love the podcast. You could tell me there's things you don't like about the podcast. You could shout out your friends, your coworkers. You could shout out another mountain. You could be at one mountain, shout out another mountain, then ski another mountain on the third day. You could wish someone a happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy breakup. You could say hi to your snowboarding girlfriend, whatever it is. You can do it, and I will be happy to put it on the old podcast, right? Right. Thank you for listening to this solo episode. We're going to keep this one under a half hour, I think, because when it's solo, I feel like it loses a little something, but I still want to give you something that was hopefully entertaining and maybe got you to think. I like getting you to think. And if you're out there in any of those places running a goal like me, let me know, man, and I will ski with you. It could be a lot of fun. You better believe it. In any case, I am Tim from Ski Rex Media. This has been a solo Ski Rex Media episode talking about the awesome goals that I have, the more awesome goals that you have. Let's get out there, make those goals happen. Right. I'll see you out there, my friends, later.